So, let's be honest. You've probably looked at your business website and thought, man, this looks great, but why isn't my phone ringing? You're not alone. It's a super common problem. So many local businesses have a beautiful site that just completely fails at its number one job, bringing in actual customers. All right, let's dive into this and figure out how to turn that around.
And really, it all boils down to this one question. Is your website just a passive digital version of a paper brochure, just sitting there hoping someone stumbles upon it? Or is it your best salesperson? The one who never sleeps, never takes a vacation, and is out there 24/7 actively finding and talking to potential customers for you.
And you can see the difference right here, side by side. An online brochure is totally passive. Yeah, it might look nice, but it's not really doing anything. It brings in very few leads. Now, a 24/7 salesperson, that's a whole different ballgame. It's active. It's built from the ground up to attract customers and, more importantly, to turn those lookers into paying clients. Let's talk about what I call the silent problem. Because here's the thing, a website that isn't pulling its weight isn't just a missed opportunity. No, it's actually worse than that. It can be actively damaging your business, turning people away before you ever even knew they stopped by.
I mean, literally, seconds. That's all you get. Think about it. Your website is your digital handshake, your first impression. If it's slow, if it looks like it's from 2005, people are gone. Click, just like that. All that potential business just vanished into thin air.
Okay, so how do we fix this? Where do we even start? Well, it all begins with understanding the biggest gatekeeper of them all, the search engine. We need to figure out exactly what platforms like Google are looking for so they trust your site enough to actually recommend it to people who are searching for what you do.
And that's where this term SEO comes in. You've probably heard it thrown around. Let's just cut through all the technical jargon for a second. At its heart, SEO is just the process of making sure your business shows up right when someone is searching for the exact thing you offer. It's about being the perfect answer to their problem right when they have it.
So what does Google actually care about? Well, I can tell you what it's not. It's not about cramming a bunch of keywords onto a page anymore. Those days are long gone. Now it's all about proving you're a legitimate, trustworthy local business. And you can see here, it's the simple things. Having your service areas listed, showing off those customer reviews, making sure your pages load fast, all these things send strong signals of trust, not just to Google, but to your human visitors too.
Okay, a quick reality check here. It's so important to be realistic about this. This isn't a magic button you can press for overnight results. Think of it like planting a seed. You have to combine good web design with smart SEO, and over time, it builds momentum. You're usually looking at about 3 to 6 months before you start seeing real, tangible results. More calls, more traffic, more business.
And that brings us right back to this core idea, because it is so important. Your website needs to be a digital salesperson, not just a pretty brochure. Because getting people to your site with SEO, that's only half the job. Once they land there, your website has to seal the deal.
So let's talk about that, the human element. Once a potential customer lands on your site, the clock is ticking. You literally have seconds to win them over. And the way we do that is by tapping into some really simple but powerful psychological triggers right in the design.
And if you follow these 5 steps, you can build that trust almost instantly. First up, simplicity. Don't make people think. Keep it clean and easy. Next, you got to show your authority. Display your awards, your years of experience. Then, and this is huge, you need social proof. Let your happy customers do the talking for you, with reviews and testimonials. After that, clarity. Speak like a normal person. Use language your customers actually understand. And finally, you have to give them clear action cues. Tell them exactly what to do next. Call now, book an appointment, make it obvious.
And if you're wondering why all this is so critical, just look at this chart. This is a game changer. Almost everyone who's looking for a local service, plumber near me, best coffee shop, they're doing it on their phone. So if your site is a mess on a small screen, if it's slow or you have to pinch and zoom, you might as well be invisible. You're basically telling the majority of your potential customers to go away. And Google sees that, which is why they push mobile-friendly sites way up in the rankings.
All right, let's pull all these threads together. Think of this as your blueprint, the key takeaways you need to turn that website of yours into a true growth engine. So what are the most important things to remember from all this? Let's break it down. First, getting this right isn't a small tweak. A site that's built for search engines and for humans can literally double your leads. I'm not kidding. Second, you have to shift your priority. Stop focusing only on how it looks. Focus on speed, on being relevant, and on building trust. Pretty pictures don't pay the bills. A trustworthy, fast site does. Third, remember that SEO and design aren't separate things. They have to work together. That's the secret to long-term sustainable success. And finally, every single page on your website needs a job to do. It should always be guiding your visitor to take that next logical step.
Okay, so I want to leave you with one final thought, a question to really chew on. After listening to all this, what's the one thing, it could be big, it could be small, but what is the one change you can make, maybe even today, to start that transformation, to turn your website from just a brochure into your absolute best salesperson?